Hi, I am Caroline Chang, host and producer of Awake to Oneness Radio. Today I'd like to make a video specially dedicated to my son who's in spirit, Kyle, who today is July 1st, 2020. And Kyle transitioned on July 1st, 2014. So today is his 6th transition anniversary. And I always celebrate my son's birthday, which is November 24th, and his transition date, which is July 1st. I usually always celebrate with a cookout at the lake on July 4th of July weekend. This weekend I am going to be celebrating at the lake. The 4th of July is on Saturday, and I will be at the lake celebrating, but I won't be having a cookout this year. It'll just be me. Basically, I want to share with my listeners something near and dear to my heart. I totally believe all of our life experience, everything we experience, we are creating from our higher self. When I talk about our higher self, I talk about the true us. The true part of us is our higher self. Our higher self is our soul that knows every life that we've ever lived. The reason we chose those lives, because we choose our life's situation and circumstances. So I have chosen in this life experience a life of solitude. And I say that in the sense that it's not a conscious choice. I love people. I love being around people. And I've always longed to have close family and close friends. But in this life experience, I've never had that. Never. From the time I was very small, I felt very alone. And even as a child, I didn't feel loved. As a child, I wanted affection. And neither one of my parents were affectionate. So I craved affection as a child. And I did not feel loved as a child. I know my parents, they're both in spirit. I know they did the best they could. I don't blame them at all. I chose them for this reason. I know, I did a show a few years ago with Michael Newton's, the director of Michael Newton's Institute. Michael Newton was the first hypnotherapist to actually do hypnotherapy going into what is called in-between lives. And he actually came upon that by accident. He was doing a hypnotherapy session with a woman who felt extremely isolated and alone, exactly the way I felt my whole life. And she couldn't understand why she felt so alone in this life experience. So when he put her under hypnosis, he asked her to go to the source of this problem. And she went to her life planning stage for this life. She had asked her soul family. Now we all have a soul family where we come into different life experience with the same soul group in different relationships. So we're in different relationships with the same soul groups in most of our life's experience. But she had said she sees her soul family. They were all in spirit. When she came into this current life that she's in, she asked them to stay behind. She asked them to stay in spirit because she wanted to learn independence. She wanted to do this life experience on her own without her soul family. And as soon as I heard Peter explain that story to me, Peter is the director of the Michael Newton Institute, and he explained that story, shared that story with me, and I knew instantly that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. When I was planning this life experience, I asked my soul family to stay in spirit, and I was going to do this one all on my own for the theme, the life theme of learning independence. And I truly do believe I have learned that life theme. And not only have I learned independence, solitude has been a wonderful teacher. I truly don't believe I would be as awake to who I truly am and my purpose in life if I didn't have so much solitude. I have learned to love my own company, and I love my solitude. I mean, I'm not a hermit type person. I love the company of people. I love people. But I also realize that in this life experience, I chose the theme of independence, and I chose to walk this life experience alone from spirit. I'm going to share with you in this video a clip of me. It's a 5-minute clip of me asking Bashar exactly what I'm talking about now. So I will share that in a few minutes. But basically, here's how I know. Here are things I know that I have no close friends, I have no close family, and I've never had close friends or family. And here's things how you know that you don't have close friends and family. When you're in a hospital and your son's going through open heart surgery and you're in that waiting room alone. Okay, things like that. When you're in the hospital with your son who's on life support 2 different times, one in December of 2011 where I tried to take my life, and then again in the spring of 2014. Again, each experience was identical. I was alone both times. No one with me, just by myself. When I went to make funeral arrangements for Kyle, I know the funeral director personally. I walked in there to make the funeral arrangement, and he was shocked. I was by myself. He's like, "You're here alone?" I said, "Yeah, it's just me." And he was shocked. The day of Kyle's funeral, a few people came to the house after the funeral. I didn't have a repast, but because I was having a memorial service a month later at the lake, which lots of people came to that. It was a wonderful event. But the day of his funeral, a few people came to the house, a few family, a few friends, and I felt like a stranger in my own house. It was like I was invisible. Now here it is, it's the day of my son's funeral, and there's people in my house, and it's like I don't even exist. I'm invisible to them. So I actually came up to my bedroom and just laid down on my bed because they were doing what they were doing, and the last thing they were thinking about was me on the day I buried my son. But it is what it is. I'm not saying this because I don't feel sorry for myself. I know that everything we go through in life is for a purpose. It's for our highest good. So I know that my higher self has chosen a life of solitude and independence for me, for this life experience, for my highest good. I know I have a soul family. I know they're in spirit. Maybe one day I'll actually encounter them in the physical. That's something I talked to Bashar about, so you guys can hear what Bashar had to say about that. But regardless, I'm just going to keep living life to the fullest without physical close friends and close family. I'm going to continue to celebrate Kyle on his birthday and on his transition day. One year I did try to throw a party for Kyle's birthday at a local restaurant. And I invited, local friends and some of Kyle's friends, and only one person came to Kyle's birthday party. That was about 3 years ago. But it's okay. I understand that what is happening for my highest good. And I get emotional about it only when it involves Kyle. It's like I am so used to people not paying me any mind. It doesn't bother me at all. But when I'm trying to celebrate Kyle and I'm still being ignored, that hurts me more. More so because I don't want anyone to ever forget my wonderful son. I told myself I'm not going to cry in this video. And the thing is, I know he's right here. Kyle is right here with me every day, every second. And I know that all is well. He's well, I'm well, and I just wanted to do a video on his transition date. It's his sixth transition. He's been in spirit 6 years, which is hard to believe it's been that long. It's just the time is really going really, really fast. 2020 is such an important year, and that's why I decided this year not to try, for so many reasons. We had the COVID-19 all shut down and stuff, but not only because of the COVID-19 shutdown, I decided not to have a cookout this year. I really want to spend time this year, especially 2020. It's a very important year to keep my vibration high. I talk about this a lot. I did a series called 2020 Year of Clear Vision, Open Your Eyes, and I talk about how important this year is. It's a very pivotal year in keeping your vibration high. So I actually have decided consciously this year, for the rest of this year, we're at the midpoint of the year. For the rest of this year, I am going to surround myself with people who are awake. And I say that in no judgment for those who are sleeping. When my definition of awake is knowing that you are a sovereign, divine being of light. You know it in your heart and soul. It's not a belief, it's a knowing. So people that know who they are, those are the people I want to be around. And in my physical surroundings, they're not many. Now, that's why I do my show now. With my show, I meet a lot of people that are awake, that are all over the planet in different locations. So, but here in the Poconos, they're not that I know personally that are awake. And I have decided for the rest of this year, those are the people I want to surround myself with. I want to surround myself with people who are awake, who know who they are as the divine beings of light, that know that vibration is most important, and by holding a high vibration is the way to the new earth, to the fifth dimension. That's how it's an inner journey. It's a vibrational journey, and it's an inner journey. And people that are awake know that. It's just that not many people, here it is in the Poconos where I live. I know in Walmart now you don't have to wear masks. But people are wearing masks anyway, voluntarily wearing masks. I have never worn a mask. I wear a badge that says for health reasons, I cannot wear a mask. And my health reasons are, I want to stay healthy. I'm healthy and I want to stay healthy. So that's why I will not wear a mask. Interesting, today is, like I said, the anniversary of Kyle's transition. And I spent the morning at the cemetery planting flowers. And I'll have pictures of those flowers in this video as well. I spent the morning at the cemetery planting flowers for Kyle. Now this is late in the year for me planting. Usually I plant flowers for Kyle Mother's Day weekend or even as late as Father's Day weekend. But July 1st is the latest, but I had to do it today. It was a gorgeous day. Thankfully, There was chances of thunderstorm, but it was beautiful. So I planted flowers. But at the store, I was at the dollar store, and in line in front of me, there's a man, a young man, wearing a mask, and he's buying Coca-Cola soda, and he's cigarettes, and he's wearing a mask. And the thing I'm thinking, the thoughts that go through my head is, you're wearing a mask because you think that will protect you and keep you healthy, but you're buying Coca-Cola and cigarettes. Duh. Something seems wrong with that picture, but is it just me? But anyway, it's all good. Like I said, I will share in this video. I will share the pictures of the flowers. Now, this year I'm going to be honest, I cheated with the flowers. Normally, like I said, I plant flowers early spring, Mother's Day weekend or shortly after Mother's Day, no later than Father's Day. This year, I went yesterday to buy flowers. I could not find the marigolds. I like to plant either gold or yellow marigolds, and the deer do not like marigolds. They will not touch them. For Kyle, I could not find marigolds. So I bought two, I think what they're called, they look like giant marigolds, pots. So I bought those, and they're real. And then I saw some silk flowers. I bought silk flowers. So I have two pots that I planted, two real plants of giant yellow or gold marigolds, and then the rest are silk flowers. But it's pretty. I like it. And actually, it was so much easier with the silk flowers. Hey, I might start doing that every year. We'll see. I like digging in the soil and planting too, so I'll play that by ear. But thank you so much for sharing Kyle's transition date with me. And I say transition because Kyle is not gone. He's very, very much still here with me. He is the co-host of the show. He has said he loves the show. And my heart is filled with joy when I think of him. And I just want to continue to celebrate him. And all is well. Thank you so much. I love you all. Namaste. Peace and love. Everybody have a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Now, this 4th of July, I actually am very disappointed that the best place in the Poconos for fireworks are not doing fireworks this year because of COVID-19. It's Mount Airy Casino and Resort. They do an amazing fireworks show. I called them yesterday. They're not doing it because of COVID-19. But I do think there will be my local community is doing fireworks. But what I'm doing that day, I will be at the lake, and I always put up balloons in Kyle's honor. Now, one year I had them helium. I never let them go because I know it's not good for the environment. What I did that year, that I had them filled with helium, after the cookout, I took them to the cemetery and I tied them around Kyle's tombstone. I don't let them go because it's not healthy for the environment to let go of so many balloons. But what I do, I now just by blowing up with my air, my own air, I blow up 29 yellow balloons and string them along a tree, from tree to tree. 29 yellow balloons to signify the 29 years Kyle was here in the physical. And then I get either white balloons, like last year I had white balloons with gold inside, but this year I got white pom-poms. So I have the white pom-poms, and I'm going to have gold string hanging down from the white pom-poms. So I'll have 6 of those. I'll take pictures when I do this on Saturday. I have 6 of those, significant, each one significant for the year he's in spirit. So he's been in spirit 6 years. So I use white and gold to signify his years in spirit, and I use yellow to signify his years here in the physical. So I will do that. I'm making a picnic I'm not doing any barbecuing. Matter of fact, I'm back to my healthy, low-carb vegan eating. This is day 13, I think, almost 13 days in a row I've been good with my low-carb vegan eating. And so I will make a low-carb vegan picnic to take to the lake, and I will put up those balloons, and I will take pictures and show you guys. But yes, I will be celebrating Kyle this year by myself, which is fine, because I really, really just want to surround myself for the rest of this year with people who are awake. And again, it is no judgment. Okay, here's what I mean when I say it's no judgment. I know that we are all, every one of us, are divine souls creating our life experience. Life is not happening to us. It's happening through us. We are each creating our own life experience. And each divine soul is on a unique journey. And each divine soul will wake up in perfect divine timing. So it's all good. And there's no judgment. There's nothing but love. I have nothing but love for everyone on the planet. Nothing but love for Gaia, Mother Earth, every plant, every animal. I have nothing but love and never judgment. That's what oneness is all about. When you understand the truth of oneness, when you wake to the truth of oneness, you know there's nothing but unconditional love. There's no judgment of another. There's nothing but unconditional forgiveness. So that's basically where I live my life from, and will always live my life from that point of view. So again, love you all. I'm going to share a video now with Bashar, and then I'm going to also share pictures of the flowers I planted today for Kyle. Love you guys. Namaste. Have a wonderful 4th of July, everybody. Happy Independence Day. Love you. Bye-bye for now.
Remember, it is the experience of physical reality that is real. Physical reality isn't real unto itself.
Hi. Thank you, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I feel very honored to be here.
Again, it is our honor as well.
Thank you very much. My question is about life themes.
About life themes.
Yes.
All right, well, the greatest challenges you face in life are usually representative of the themes you chose to explore. That's usually how they present themselves.
Okay, the question is that I've heard you say that if you've chosen a life theme and it's like a corridor,
Yes.
and you can go down it anyway, you can skip down it, run down it, swim down it, ice skate. I've
Yes.
heard you say that.
Yes, that's because we said that. That's why you heard that.
Yes. Okay. What can you have more than one theme, or do you have to?
You can change themes in this day and age on your planet. You have evolved to a point where you can finish one theme and begin another without dying. Yes.
Okay, great. Because I sense that one of my themes is to be here in this lifetime without my soul family, where I chose for them to stay in spirit.
Yes.
And me be here by myself.
Well, how bold of you.
I do believe it was a very bold choice. But now I believe I have outgrown that theme. I've learned from that theme.
All right.
I've learned independence.
So what else would you like to explore in this life?
I like to explore in this life having my soul family with me now.
Maybe.
Okay.
You know, it's not just up to you.
Yes.
It's up to them too, yes?
Okay.
Because from their perspective, they understand what serves everyone in the family best. You can too. So I would simply say be open to the idea. Certainly be allowing for those that wish to join you in that way, but don't insist on it.
Okay.
Because insistence is resistance.
Right.
Yes?
I agree, yes.
All right, so be open to it. Let them decide how they wish to come through if they do, to join you in this way. And those that feel that that is something that is worth for them to do will do so. Those that don't, won't. It's as simple as that.
Can you tell if I have can you tell if I learned that lesson of independence?
Since you have to ask, I would say the answer is not quite.
Okay.
See where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Because why would you have to ask if you really learned it?
True.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, in your own honest self-assessment, is there still something else to learn about that?
No, I think I have learned that lesson. I truly do.
All right.
I just kind of wanted your take on it because I
Well,
like
my take is that if that is so, you may still test yourself to see if that's true for you. Because again, remember, if you truly have learned that lesson, then it's not going to matter to you what happens in your life. It's only going to matter what you decide to do with what happens. Because the true measure of change is not whether the outside world changes. The true measure of change is that you respond differently, even if it still looks the same. Because it shouldn't really matter how it looks, since you know, as the creator of your reality, that you can use every situation to your advantage and derive benefit from it, no matter how it looks. So why would you care what happens or how it looks in that context? You follow?
I do.
All right. If you have learned that, then you truly have learned freedom.
True. You're absolutely correct.
I know, that's why I said it.
Okay. Is it okay if I ask you to do me a favor?
You may ask. That doesn't mean we will grant it. But you may ask whatever you wish.
I would like for you to ask Daryl if he could be a guest on my show.
Why don't you just ask the channel when you have the opportunity?
I shall.
We don't need to be the intermediary for those kinds of things.
Okay.
All right?
All righty. Okay.
Does that help you?
That helps me a lot, so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.